Hello everyone, my name is Jaybird and welcome back to Once on Windswept Night. And I accidentally put it on auto, so I'm gonna wait. But where's Lycoris? You peer through the gloom, holding your hands to your chest. What? This is different. Searching. Oh, she's not very happy.
Oh, hello again, my most esteemed guest. I was beginning to worry about you, you know?
She was?
Of course! You were gone for an incredibly long time.
I was only gone for a week.
It's rude to keep a girl waiting like that.
I'm sorry! Maybe it was a touch of impolite of you.
I had school!
You should apologize to her later. Fuck you!
So,
she forces a smile. Shall we continue with the tale, or do you have something better to do? You know what? Maybe I should just leave. Her look sears you to the bone.
Forget it.
Configure. Slow. Off. Thank God. The traveler sat on the wooden pew and glanced about the church with mildest interest. Now that they were alone, with only the dim sound of the falling rain and howling wind to accompany them, they were afforded more of a chance to explore. Whee! The church was a ramshackle building, leant to one side like an old man. Everything had an air of disuse. The stone floor was covered in marks and scratches, the pews dented and worn with age. When do we get to the lesbian stuff? The stained glass windows ran with rain, slick and wet. The altar in the corner, festooned by shadows, seemed almost watchful, and most peculiarly of all. What am I looking for? There was a tree. Oh. It was a withered old thing, perhaps even older than the church itself. It grew by the altar, its trunk sprouting up through the stone floor as though it had always been there and the church had grown organically about it. Maybe it had always been there. It looked old enough. The traveler... It looks like there's another tree, like right there, too. The traveler shifted, their behind brushing against a rusted nail. Ew! Now you're gonna have... I hope you have... What is it? What is it? Tinnitus? Tinnitus? Is it tendinitis or tinnitus? Let's see. Tinnitus. Oh, well, that's something else. That is a hearing problem. What's the other thing called? Tetanus. Tetanus, right? Tetanus. 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 Also called lockjaw. Whoa! I didn't know that. I hope you had your tetanus shot. Tinnitus. I hope you had your tinnitus shot too. I'm kidding, there's nothing like that. I hope you had your tetanus shot, traveler. Ow! The nails snagged on the fabric of their cloak, digging against skin, and it hurt. I really hope you have your tetanus shot. Madeline had only been gone a scant handful of minutes, and the traveler did not know when she would return. What should they do while waiting for her? Oh, I get to choose! Examine the altar, examine the windows, examine the tree, examine the altar. The traveler rose to their feet, legs heavy with fatigue, and crossed the stone floor. Their feet fell against the stone with a series of harsh striking steps. Thud! 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 In their current state, they were probably too tired to explore. Madeline would have scolded them if she knew. But the traveler could not help themselves. They had always been a curious sort. Why else would they have become a traveler? And seeing new sights invigorated them. This church out in the middle of nowhere was certainly intriguing. Even if the traveler had been more familiar with the main religion of the key to Paris. Wait, Paris holds the key to your heart. Fuck, I messed that fucking up. Shut. What? Can you say that in English, please?
Let's see. Google Translate, you are my best friend, and I love you. So please help me translate this, or at least
Help me pronounce it. Get in. Get in, Miss. Get in, Miss. Get in, Miss. That means Lent. Gotta what? Caremism. That means carême means Lent in French. So that makes sense. I mean, religious Lent, you know. What was it called? Their curiosity would have been piqued all the same. So this is an altar, is it? The traveler pondered, ears flattened against their skull. The altar consisted of a complex wooden structure set upon an unadorned table. There was nothing else. Was this what Madeleine had meant when she said there's nothing worth stealing? The church was very plain, and the altar was no exception. Although, the traveler blinked. There seemed to be a prayer book lying inside the wooden structure. That prayer book was probably the most expensive thing in the church, and it was so old it appeared to be falling apart before the traveler's eyes. Examine the prayer book. The traveler looked at the battered prayer book curiously, then tilted to one side. The bindings were made of aged leather, and the traveler feared the slightest brush of a fingertip would make it crumble. It was difficult to see in the relative darkness of the church, but there was an inscription running along the cover. The Book of Marjolaine. At least the travelers thought it said that, but they were not entirely sure. They're not entirely familiar with Daquanese. What? What? And they had trouble making out the finer points of the alphabet, particularly in the dark. Fortunately, the traveler had been interested in languages from an early age, and was more or less fluent in 3 of the main tongues across the Servier. The Servier? What? Serve? The Servier? That means sir in French. At least I pronounced it correctly. De servir. That's what I get for being in Spanish. They certainly knew enough to communicate with Madeline. Perhaps their slight accent made it a tough made it a touch difficult for Madeline to understand the nuances of their conversation, but it was enough. And speaking of Madeline, it was probably best to sit back down and wait for her. The traveler enjoyed peeking at Cheerios from Century. What the fuck? Excuse me. That means nothing. Okay. From centuries past, and this book certainly seemed centuries old, but they did not want to ruin anything potentially holy. It wasn't like they'd be able to read the fine, spidery handwriting of a long-dead nun in the dark. I didn't get to examine anything else. Oh. Are you a tsundere? Oh god. Who on earth are you? Daffodil, as it transpired, was not nearly as welcoming as Madeline. Maybe it was because she had just been woken, but the traveler was more inclined to believe. Daffodil was a disagreeable girl by nature. Oh yes, she is a tsundere. Good. A tsundere nun. There was nothing about her face that seemed to say without words, I am thoroughly unlikable. Not even the nun's garb could dampen this impression the traveler had of her. I forgot her voice already. This is the traveler I told you about, Daffodil. They're to stay in this church overnight to rest and recuperate. I don't know if I trust them. They're a complete stranger. That may be the case, but isn't it our duty to care for our neighbors, even those who may come from foreign lands? But isn't it also our duty to look after ourselves so we can continue to serve the community? For all we know, this traveler could be a wanted criminal! A serial killer! Just imagine! I'm hitting it. I don't think they're a serial killer. You aren't a serial killer, are you? Like a real serial killer would admit to it, idiot. The traveler was inclined to agree with Daffodil, but let the comment slide. I wasn't a serial killer the last time I checked. But I might change my mind when I get a hold of that goblin. You were traveling with a goblin? For a few hours, yes. Then that settles it! We can't trust this person, Madeline! Nobody who travels with goblins can be reputable. Daffodil, don't be so prejudiced. There's nothing wrong with goblins. They're cheaters and swindlers, and they don't hesitate to stab people in the back if they can make a few gold coins. For all we know, this traveler, Daffodil made quotation marks with her fingers, could be a goblin themselves! We don't know what they look like! Yes, I did wonder about that. You should take your cloak off. It is drenched with rain and you'll get sick. The traveler faltered. Though the hood was heavy with white rainwater, they had not even considered removing it. They could not. If it is all the same to you, I would prefer to keep the cloak on. I am sensitive to, the light. But it's dark in here. Not dark enough. I might get a rash. I have sensitive skin. This is all very suspicious. Forgive me if I don't trust you instantly. I'm not expecting you to. I never asked you to trust me. I was rather surprised that Miss, Madeline? Just Madeline is fine. I keep saying Madeline. I keep switching from Madeline to Madeline. I'm sorry, I'll stick with Madeline. Sorry. That Madeline was so accommodating. I didn't expect it. Madeline is like that. She's far too nice for her own good. She takes in all the mongrels that turn up at our doorstep, and I'm the one who has to clean up after. Daffodil prodded Madeline in the side with her elbow. Do you remember that time you insisted that we take in this old beggar asking for bread, only for him to steal our bronze candlesticks? Well, at least we helped the poor man. His clothes were ragged and he was so very thin. I hope the candlesticks were of use to him, and he sold them lodgings. Daffodil rolled her eyes.
As always, Madeline, you are far too nice for your own good.
But we must be nice. There aren't enough nice people in this world. You agree with me, don't you? Who, me?
Yes, you.
Well, this was quite a quandary. The traveler had not wanted to get dragged into an argument, but now they had no choice. There should be more nice people in the world. You should be more careful, Madeline. There should be. These are both good points. I'm gonna say this. Achievement unlocked, Little Miss Sunshine.
You think so? I quite agree.
Daffodil folded her arms across her chest and turned her nose up in the air. She seemed none too impressed by the traveler's reply.
You're just saying that because you want to get on Madeline's good side. Not that that's very hard.
Well, yes, she puts up with you after all. Woo! Damn! Sick burn. That was what the traveler wanted to say, but they did not. Burning bridges with Daffodil a scant 5 minutes into their introduction would not do them any favors. Particularly when Madeline was so fond of her. Why was Madeline so fond of her?
Because they're gaybos, duh!
Or lesbos, sorry. It was a mystery wrapped in an enigma.
Anyway, should I begin the preparations for a simple meal? Oh yes, that would be lovely. Thank you very much. It's nothing, really. Wait, it's nothing, really. You're far better cooking at cooking than I am. That's only to be expected, given your upbringing. I wasn't very good at cooking when I first started either.
I'm not yawning because it's boring. I'm yawning because I'm tired.
I guess that makes me feel a bit better. If you would prefer, I could prepare the food while you attend to our guest. No, thank you. I would rather cut myself with a knife in 15 different places than rub salt into my wounds.
Holy fuck. I think you need help. Ouch. Is my company really that repellent?
It is repugnant. And you don't deserve to eat Madeline's cooking. You haven't earned the right.
Somebody is rather protective.
Don't mind Daffodil too much. She says harsh things, but she has a big heart. She just doesn't want me to get hurt. It's not like that, really. You're reading too much into it.
Nah, you're just a big old lesbian. Look at this big old lesbian right here. And look at this other big old lesbian right here. Damn, aren't they... Sorry. I haven't made it clear already. These guys are lesbians! Okay, I had to do that one last time. I'll stop. Daffodil folded her arms and turned her nose up in the air.
I don't know how you managed without me for so long, Madeline. You're hopeless. That may be the case, but when I am with you, I feel rather less hopeless. You give me strength. Stupid! Baka! Don't just come out with sappy lines like that! But it's true. Whatever.
So saying, the younger nun departed to prepare the food. A serene, gentle stillness settled upon the pair that remained, broken only by the sounds of the falling rain. Just as Madeline had predicted, the rain still had not let up. It probably wouldn't stop until long into the night. By that point, it would be far too late to depart for Castella. The traveler sighed. Their plans had been well and truly scuppered, right? The meal Daffodil prepared was a rather simple affair. Well, guys, that's gonna be it for this episode of Once on a Windswept Night. So that being said, if you guys enjoyed this episode and would like to see more of this lovely lesbian game, then leave a like down below, leave a comment down below, share with your friends, subscribe if you haven't, ring that notification bell, and oh wait, I want to see if something will change, actually. I love how I always do my outros prematurely. Let's see if anything changed this time, and if not, well, fuck. But it's worth a try. It's worth a try. It's always worth a try. Yes, please. Please. Okay, let's see. Let's just see if it happens again. If the same thing happens again or not. You do not wish to read any further? I see. Well, that is fine by me. This library will always be waiting. And it goes without saying that I will too. Like Horace smiles at you. The smile is pleasant enough, you suppose, but something about it makes you shiver. I will bid you farewell until next time. And then everything goes black. Oh, so it is different. So it is different. Good thing I checked that out. Wow. Okay. Anyways, that being said, if you guys enjoyed this episode and would like to see more of this game, then leave a like down below, leave a comment down below, share with your friends, subscribe if you haven't, ring that notification bell, and remember, die safely. Bye-bye.